Anytime I put up a video about eco driving, there's a big enthusiastic debate about coasting. In this video, we're going to look at what coasting is. We're going to dispel a few myths about coasting. We're going to think about what is actually going on when we coast the car, the safety implications, and the most fuel efficient driving style that we can adapt. First up, let's define coasting. Coasting is where the car moves along with no additional input from the engine. The engine is not powering it along. Now, the ways you can achieve this is to depress the clutch. If you have a manual transmission, that effectively disengages the engine from the wheels. So the car is freewheeling along. If you have an automatic, you might drop it into neutral, which achieves the same thing, and the car is freewheeling. And even in manual, I've seen drivers just kick it into neutral and just leave the car coasting. Now, the idea is that this saves substantial amounts of fuel when you go downhill. The placebo effect, we see the revs drop right down to 700 to 900 RPM. And in our minds, the engine's not making much noise, but modern engines use DFCO, Deceleration Fuel Cut-Off. As soon as you lift your foot off the throttle, the fuel is cut off. There is no fuel going into the engine. Effectively then, the engine is being pulled along by the momentum of the car. As time goes on, manufacturers are getting better at eking out all of the momentum they can to get those magical fuel economy figures. When the car's in neutral though, or we're coasting with the clutch down, the engine is still spinning, but it now needs fuel to keep it spinning. So it's dribbling in a little bit of fuel to keep the engine ticking over. Otherwise, the engine will stall. If you have a hybrid, obviously something completely different is going on because it will revert to the electric motor. And again, no fuel is being used. If you want better fuel economy, then just thinking about our use of the throttle, we just need to be gentle with it. Use light throttle inputs. Try and anticipate when you want to slow up and ease off early. Allow the DFCO to do its thing and cut the fuel delivery to the engine while you are slowing up. The UK Highway Code, Rule 122, I think it is, states that we should avoid coasting along in the car. And it says it reduces driver control. Well, why is that? Well, as we're driving, we need to accept that we understand the balance of the car. If you're turning sharply, all of the weight goes to the front left. If you're turning right, or if you're turning left, all the weight goes to the front right. With the accelerator engaged and the engine, you can balance that. The weight is shifted more evenly to the outside of the car. And also, if we're on a decline, the engine braking can help. If we don't have engine braking and we're on quite a dramatic decline, the only way to arrest our speed is to use the brake, and that is causing a lot of damage to the braking system. It's heating up. Those brakes are going to fade at some point in the very near future when you need them because there's too much heat in the system. Plus the pads and the friction surfaces will glaze over, they will degrade. The brake fluid itself doesn't like running at extremely high temperatures, and again that can degrade. Now, a lot of modern cars will actually coast along automatically in neutral, and is that safer? Is that different to doing it manually? Well, it is substantially different because you've now got the computer managing it. It won't allow that to happen if you're on a steep decline and the car is picking up speed. It will re-engage the engine and you will have that little bit of engine braking. Also, if you needed to accelerate suddenly or you started braking, the car will override the neutral setting and kick it back into drive. And it will generally do that very quickly, very precisely. It will match the RPM to the road speed and everything will continue very smoothly. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on coasting, whether you do it. Is coasting actually illegal? Well, technically it's not. It is strongly advised against in the highway code. And if you had an accident and it was attributable to the fact that you'd been coasting along, your brakes failed because they'd overheated, or you were unable to steer out of the way effectively because the car wasn't in drive, you're going to have a very awkward conversation with your insurers and with the accident investigators that are investigating that collision. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, please boot the like button. That really does help us to get out there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we really do appreciate the subscribe. That sends a signal to the algorithm to recommend our channel to more people. And I've lined up this video and this playlist that you should find really interesting. Thanks for watching. See you in these next videos.